Good morning. This is Ivan at Fit at 50. And this morning I was just thinking about food as an addiction, and I've gone to 12-step groups for years. And you go to a 12-step group for what? None of your business. But in those groups, one of the first things you have to do is you have to recognize that whatever you're doing has made your life unmanageable. And that's the first step, because many times people are in denial that their substance, whether that's alcohol, drugs, or their computer activity, their sexual activity, whatever it is, has gotten out of control and that it runs their life. And that it's causing consequences in their life that they don't want anymore. But until they get to that step, there's nothing that can be done to help them. Friends, family, loved ones, we can't help them until they get to that step. And so when I was thinking about it, I was thinking that it's, for the most part, when we look at alcohol addiction, we can see that, their life's becoming unmanageable. There's DUIs, arrests, or there's violence associated with, drunkenness, or there's missed work, or there's, other telltale signs, or there's medical issues starting to pop up. Same thing with cigarette smoking. That you can read on the label, causes cancer. We know that people start having to cough and all this other stuff. And, and the people that smoke know that. But their lives become unmanageable. The people that drink know that. That alcohol leads to cirrhosis of the liver, could lead to, unintended death and vehicular homicide, all these horrible things. But when we think about food, we don't think about it like that. Even though the internal damage of overeating is just as serious in terms of stroke, high blood pressure, heart attack, diabetes, amputation of limbs. It's very serious. But, we always, a lot of times we have a tendency to take that a little bit lighter. She's pleasingly plump. He's just an old fat boy, whatever. And we don't give it the same seriousness. And I don't think that, when we start looking at the truth that your life has become unmanageable, that you can't say no to overeating. You can't get your portions under control. You can't say no, just like he said, we can't say no to sugar, to alcohol, or to the cigarette. You can't say no to the sugar or to the salt, or both. And it's made your life unmanageable. We talk about addiction. We talk about it setting your day. An addiction says you will do this now. You will smoke now. You will drink now. You will do porn now. You will have sex now. And you can't say no. In the same way, a person with a food addiction, I believe, it orders your day. It consumes your thinking. It tells you have to eat now, or you have to eat this specific thing, or you have to overeat this thing. And I said all that to say, if we look at it like that, then the person that has this kind of addiction needs help just the way that anyone else with an addiction needs help. And there should be a level of compassion there. It still requires the person, talk about first step, second step, there's a compassion that's available, but the first step is the person that has the addiction has to admit it. My life's become unmanageable. I'm out of control. And that denial that's present in any addiction, has to be addressed. When you look in your medicine cabinet, when you look at the scale, when you look at your clothes, you have to realize, hey, I'm out of control here. And I need help, and that help is available. When I think about groups, I don't know if they have 12-step groups for people that are addicted to food. I saw one on the TV, This Is Us, and I don't know if they made that up as a joke. But I'm sure there's something, that, because all addiction kind of says a thing. I have a pain, I run to something to avoid the pain. So maybe your thing that you run to is food. Food is your comfort. We talk about comfort food. For you, it's more than that. If you're obsessing over food, and it's, that's where you get your enjoyment. That's where you get all of your pleasure. Maybe your food, your diet, is out of control. And it's easy, like I said, to look if you just step back and you look at, what's the doctor saying? What are your family members saying? What's the scale saying? What's your medicine cabinet saying? Food can be an addiction, and you have to realize that might be the case with you so that you can get the help that you need, so that you can live a productive life, so that you can live the length of life that you were supposed to live and not have your life shortened because you couldn't say no to food. This is Ivan at Fit at 50, and I hope it helps. That's the aim at Fit at 50, so that we can live a healthy, long life, and be free, with the activity of our limbs to enjoy our grandkids or whatever we're going to be doing, 50 and above. All right, have a great day.